This is definitely something unusual for this household within the last 2 years. We only have 3 vehicles at the stable right now. We have open space in the garage that I am not actively using. We unfortunately sold the S14. The Skyline went down to LeMay Automotive Museum and it's sitting at the showroom there, and the Camaro is down in Arizona. For non-car people, obviously they're going through a midlife crisis when they start picking up a bunch of random toys, but for car people, they could argue they're going through a midlife crisis when they start getting rid of their car toys. So maybe a crisis is upon me, or maybe we are preparing for a little shift in things. Regardless of all of that, we are going back down to Arizona to go visit our ZL1 and make use of it being down there. We have just touched down in the land of the cacti, and we got the Sonic picking us up. Damn, this boy reclined all the way.
That's
I got like no leg room back
bad.
here. Bro, I mean, homie is like 6'2". I don't blame him, but like, damn. This right here is my Lamborghini Murcielago, which looks all immaculate and nice, but I've told you guys that it does in fact have some previous damage history. Now, how do I know that? I use something like Car Vertical. Car Vertical is a service that provides vehicle history checks in more than 25 different countries. They get data from various national registries, insurance companies, car manufacturers, and they will showcase if a car was damaged, was in an accident, was stolen, or had odometer rollback. This right here is a beautiful Ferrari F430 Spider that looks just as immaculate as my Murcielago, but if you actually check the Car Vertical report, you will find that it has damage history and odometer rollback. The damage is definitely something that would make you rethink your decision on the car, as well as finding out at some point in 2021 there was rollback on the odometer. So you guys can simply just click on the link in the description, go to their website, then submit the VIN of the car that you're looking for and use discount code JACK to get 10% off your vehicle check. And if there's anything I could do as a content creator to advise buying cars responsibly, getting a vehicle check through Car Vertical is the way to go. So what are you guys waiting for? Use my discount code. All right, so Justin has some crazy mod to his Civic that he wants to show us.
This is a fucking game changer.
Oh boy.
Right, get ready for this.
Oh wait, he's getting in.
Get ready. Boom.
He has a phone mount?
The days of holding up my phone for navigation are no
Dude,
longer.
insert clips of driving around Las Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Every single time, dude.
That's
Those
crazy.
days are
Wait,
over.
put it there one more time.
Boom.
Bam! Insane
Baller
level
shit.
technology. Yes. My baby is back.
I just want to point out how clean it is still.
Well, I assume it was never taken out.
No, it wasn't.
That's why, then I would also pray that it is probably just as clean as it was if it sat here and it never got taken out. Right. Unless you have a really dusty garage or something like that. Good morning. Now, I'm sure that you guys have seen from the title of this video that I am in fact seriously deciding on moving. Now, it has been something that I've been seriously thinking about because I have lived and endured the Seattle weather for my entire life. And frankly, when you go through enough seasons of winter and spring and fall where you don't see the sun whatsoever and the roads are wet, it kind of gets to you. On top of that, most recently, I basically purchased what to me is my biggest achievement that I ever thought that I would end up getting, which is the Murcielago. And after I got that car, it really just kind of left me thinking in this like sort of what next and what's going to be the next chapter for me. And a lot of these things kind of came together to forge a decision that we should be looking at other places where, you know, the sun is out all the time, where we could be filming more content with the sun out all the time, and where for once in my entire 23-year-old life, I can live somewhere else and try that out. Now, why Arizona? Because that is a fantastic question. And actually, for the longest amount of time, I would tell people that my dream was to move to sunny Southern California. That is where the most amount of opportunity, I would say, is for content creators, and as far as the car scene and everything, it all seemed to make sense. But I've kind of come to this conclusion or realization, or at least hypothesis, that opportunity is what you make of it. And clearly, plenty of other automotive YouTubers and YouTubers in general have made it, starting from areas that are clearly a lot less populated and stuff than California. And I realized that here in Arizona, in comparison, still has a fantastic car scene. The real estate is much cheaper than California and Seattle, so I can find a decent place with some space. The car politics, the laws, are a lot better than California just because California is insanely strict, meaning that the Camaro, literally, I don't think that car is allowed in that state whatsoever, especially at the modification condition that the car is in right now. I don't even know how long I could own that car in California, as well as the traffic, just trying to get around from point A to point B. There's barely any traffic here in Arizona in comparison. And so, yeah, I'm really open to this, of all places, to trying it out first because I will get sunshine. I think there is an awesome car community here, at least with the same scale and variety as Seattle. So we're down here this week, house hunting, and that's what we're going to be doing, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys throughout this video is a couple of the various places that we go and check out. It's funny, Zach's mom is on the phone in the office, and the office is right there next to the garage right now, and we got to go. So we are resorting to our usual plan B methods of firing up the ZL1, which is moving it first. Alright, so you're going to be rolling out. Always be a respectful guest, guys. Clutch in?
Yeah, it's in.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't have a key.
Oh, that was
It's set to
anticlimactic.
9.
Sorry. Here
Yeah,
you go.
dude, that was so...
There you go. Just press unlock one time, just so I didn't nose.
It's in the car.
Okay. Oh. Dude, that really hurt. Bro, you already know this is my spec right here.
Yeah.
We got the flat, dark gray
Gray.
with the acid green calipers.
I like the LT badges matching too.
Ooh, get out of here. That is beautiful. I bet this feels probably the most raw as a modern McLaren
I'd be
feels.
curious to ask Sweet because obviously. Oh. What the?
You know, I just had this epiphany that like, oh, this is around here. I literally said it on the way here, and then there it is. This is my spec, but I got a little distracted now by what is not a McLaren in here. The sign says no photos, but just real quick. Just
You can see it. You can see it.
go.
That's horrible.
Yo, I want the poverty spec.
Someone couldn't get their bumper painted. Isn't the factory bumper like carbon anyway?
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting carbon either
just don't
way.
get it
Why
painted.
why would you want it just freaking off? That dude, that just disrupts all of the flow here. Whoa.
Yes or no? What do you think?
Oh, now we're really talking.
Yeah.
Dude, the software is bugging out.
I know. Can't handle the heat.
His spec is too hot. Boom, guys.
Don't
Zach's
buy it. Leave
future
that
car. Yeah, dude, now you just gotta do the easy part and just wire the money over.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So we are in fact on the hunt for the new UltraMotive HQ in Arizona, and I'm gonna be stopping by a couple houses to check them out. You guys will kind of get an idea from my criteria. We are in the Exorcist because that's the only vehicle of mine that I happen to have down here, even though this is probably the worst first impression that anyone can have of me as far as touring and visiting a property, just because they're gonna get the idea that it's gonna be a party house with a really loud car, a young kid, he'll terrorize the neighbors, just a lot of things that aren't really, you know, just a good first look, but we can't really do much about it. The house we got to check out was in a quiet neighborhood over in Scottsdale. It was a fairly small house, didn't have any pool or hot tub or crazy driveway out front, so it was missing a lot of wow factor, but it had a lot of things that did check off the boxes, and I loved how a lot of the bathrooms and areas were all freshly remodeled. Since this was a contender on the list, I was sure to be on my best behavior leaving the neighborhood, so since we didn't want to compromise anything, I was sure to pull out my silent trick. Do you like my Tesla? Dang, that sucks. Bro, dude, this is freaking, we're soapbox racing now. This hill is never ending. This is so funny. World's quietest exorcist. Meow. Just sliding down. This is what the quiet, retired neighborhoods of Arizona need. It'd just be funny to freaking... We got our freaking, our pit lane bump start like a freaking prototype car. We are currently exploring lovely Fountain Hills just east of Scottsdale, which this is definitely a dream location of mine in this area. Just because I'm a sucker for the elevation, the views you get. There's a lot more vegetation and all the houses are just a lot more different from each other and not all cookie cutter and exactly the same. Here it is, right here. The views of this place that you get are remarkable, and we're at the very end of the street. Oh man, this house is freaking insane. This is what we nicknamed the pad, just because of the freaking remarkable views, and you're the end house. So this entire street right here, there's nothing built here. So homies can just park up infinitely. Maybe do a launch from here if you wanted to. It's got a really long driveway and it's just super private. I value privacy just because I'll be out filming all the time and I don't want to have to deal with people nearby. And also this driveway, you can see how lengthy it is, how many cars you could stack up and hide up in there. We sadly can't tour it right now on the inside, but this is a perfect example of a dream home. But the crazy thing about it is that it looks like a mansion from here, but it's literally like 2-something thousand square feet. It's smaller than my current house that I have up in Seattle. So it's the perfect combination of no wasted space, because I really don't need a big house, but it's got plenty of privacy and car space for people coming over and toys stored up in there. And it's in beautiful Fountain Hills. Yeah, dude, you could literally just have a shoot spot just right at the end.
Next to your house.
Think about like all of our friends came over. We just had like all the fucking.
Right? All the cars right here. You actually have a staircase right up there that goes up to the roof. You could just chill out on that deck up there. It's insane because you can see how big the windows are. Yeah. So that house gets a full panoramic like view of just all of this.
To be honest, Washington really ain't got nothing like this.
At least with this type of landscape, you know what I mean?
You have a headless man to stare at over there.
Oh my gosh, my camera cannot zoom into that, but yeah, it's like a mannequin
Creepy.
without a head on it.
And we thought someone was staring at us.
I love how also like it's wearing pants, but it doesn't have a shirt on.
Yeah, or a head.
Yeah, I guess the head's a little more important than the shirt, but you know. Going back up into the mountains for another one. It is just about golden hour already out here, and that's the best way to describe these types of neighborhoods up in the hills, is that they are just golden, they're cozy. This is like the perfect place that I would just go on a hike. Seattle is scenic, but you can't do that. It's too cold, it's too wet. The freaking pine needles from the trees just get everywhere, so like everything always like feels dirty. I know there's a lot of dust here, and I'm sure the dust gets dirty when it rains, but it never rains here. So, alright, just about at the end of this cul-de-sac is our next location. You guys will notice a little pattern here that I have a thing for end cul-de-sac houses or end of the road houses, just because, yeah, they're super private, you have plenty of parking, and it is a 2-car. The driveway is not that big on this one. It's bigger than my current driveway. And I mean, we can make a 2-car work. I'd say the only 2 cars that need to be garage kept are the Skyline and the Mercy. The Camaro can sit outside just along with the S2000. It's so peaceful. All right, Justin, what do you think? Is this gonna be the next crib?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
This house sucks. Driveway is kind of mid. 2-car garage. The view is just trees.
What is the door?
Everything's
Everything
like
out here is
stone.
concrete and stone, and then you have like a brand new like oak door. It doesn't match anything on the house.
Honestly,
Is this supposed to be a stone door? How do you make it
No,
match?
but like have a white door,
Yeah,
the
like
same
painted,
color as the rest
rather
of the
than,
house. Why
like,
is
raw
it that
wood doesn't really
wood
go
that
with
doesn't
that.
go with the rest of it?
okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
what
Please tell me the kitchen. At
The
least
main
has the
thing
same
I
wood.
think personally
No,
is
everything is
one,
fucking
the
same.
driveway is much
Yeah.
much smaller.
Yeah.
The garage is smaller again. Very little windows on the front, so let's
Yeah,
natural
yeah,
light.
and the sun is mainly going down right here, so not much light is getting in through the front.
Yeah, I will say the mountain behind is cool.
But then you
and
don't have a view
Until a
of, like,
rattlesnake
valley.
goes into your backyard, then it
But
won't
also
be that
you're-
cool.
The view. Like the last place had like.
Well, you have a
whole
private, you have
valley.
privacy back there. You have
Well,
like
you have
absolute,
The whole valley as your backyard, or just the back of one mountain?
I mean, that's valid.
No sunrise, no nothing. You get one teeny tiny window for your sunset.
All right, I think we set the bar too high with the last house in Fountain Hills, so this house is getting a lot of shade now. I don't think it's that bad. You could try and fit 4 cars in this driveway, which I could only fit 3 in my current one, but they bring up pretty good points. So I don't know. We got to tour the inside of the house, and sadly nothing in there helped its case. The overall layout was really awkward. It was almost entirely diagonally oriented. A lot of things were super outdated in comparison to the current house that I even live in. The backyard was nice and private, but there was something so empty about it where it almost felt too private, to where it was almost too lonely. That was kind of the atmosphere of the rest of the house. It was a little bit eerie, lonely, and it just felt like a liminal space.
It's like a chocolate shake. That makes sense.
Did that make sense?
Chocolate
No,
shake.
I've never seen a chocolate shake in my entire life.
All right, we're not gonna get the house just because of the door.
Yeah.
Just because Emily doesn't like the door. Yeah. God dang, is this thing an Aventador? Cause your fans are going off.
It's a piece of shit.
Dude, your Civic has asthma. It's struggling to breathe.
Struggles to do anything.
You know what? He's giving it too much shit. This thing is
Well, at least you came
very
in
The
reliable.
license plate is fucked up. Like,
He probably doesn't
everything
take
is
any care of it, and it's gone like 180.
How many miles are on this?
230,000.
And what issues have you had with it?
It's a piece of shit.
What issues have you had with it?
Okay, 0, but like.
Exactly, dude. Just because it's not a W205 C63 doesn't mean you gotta give it flack, all right? Like,
Alright, that's valid.
it does the job
I mean, it looks almost
extremely
exactly
well.
the same in my opinion. I mean, like, I wish that wasn't so true, because it does have like a very.
Don't! Shut up. Shut up. Just saying, shut up.
Don't ruin the C63 for him. I do want him to get out of this, but I also want to explain to the audience, this is a banger first car for probably under like 5K?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And you'll have a car that will just run infinitely, has an insane stereo.
It does.
Zach has a
Better than
freaking,
that stereo.
you have a 20-something
I have a
Sonic?
2017 Sonic.
And there's a reason.
This is a lot better.
There's a reason why we haven't been driving the Sonic around at all, because it's bigger and it's newer, but yet the stereo in the Sonic does not compare to ancient old speakers that somehow sound insane. If you want like a fun first car, or at least a smart first car, you know, if you're on a limited budget, don't get a Skyline or a 240. Just go get a Civic.
Or, you
Literally,
know,
they're
after
both
5
Civics.
Jettas, finally get a Civic.
Yeah.
Exactly. You finally have learned. It took you a while. In conclusion, we are going to continue the house search here in Phoenix, Arizona area. I'm really excited to show you guys the content potential that this place has to offer, and I definitely feel like it's a step in the right direction to further relationships, YouTube content, fun with cars, and just things for my life in general. So Justin made a blue car as well. It's just a lot flashier.
A lot better.
That's for you guys to decide.